What's going on, guys? My name is Hutch and I make Call of Duty videos and I put them on the internet. So today I have a game of domination on launch and I'm using the AK-47 and I can't remember my perks because this game is old. I have no idea what happens in this game. I just saw it on my computer. I said, yep, that'll do. Because I haven't made a commentary in a little while. I haven't made a video well, I've made a video, but I haven't made like a full-on commentary in a little while. I've just been busy with other stuff in my life, and it's good to step away from shit every once in a while. It's good to walk away from video games. It's good to walk away from the internet. You know, I can't really like walk away from the internet on my work days because that's my job. But when I come home, I can walk away from the internet and choose to distance myself from it because sometimes you really do need like a breather to kind of recharge your jets. Because if all I ever did was focus on this, I wouldn't have a fucking life, man. I would go to work and make videos and put them on the internet, and then I would come home and play Call of Duty, and then maybe afterwards or before make Call of Duty videos and put them on the internet, and maybe somewhere in there have dinner. I don't know. Like I just wouldn't have time, and I don't want to do that because my emotional life, my emotional well-being means more to me than that. Now, as much as I love you guys, I'm just not willing to sacrifice my own well-being so that a few, I want to stress that, a few like screaming belligerent trolls who think that it's my job to like serve them day and night will be happy. Now I said few because I want to acknowledge right now that 99% of this channel are supporters and you guys rock, and it's really easy to fall into a trap of only responding to negative comments or to only letting comments or to only let comments that are negative be the only thing that catches your attention, and it's not. Lately I've been doing I've been great, man. My life is great these days. I've been getting out like every single weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I've just been filling my time with stuff, with hanging out with friends and hanging out with you know, love interests, if whatever. It's like just getting out and doing something other than playing Call of Duty and being on the internet. It's ironic because I'm delivering this message through a Call of Duty video that's put on the internet. But I assure you, tonight I had plenty of time. I was relaxing, played a little bit of COD with subscribers tonight. I've been doing that like a ton lately. I've been putting it out on Twitter and Facebook, like message Hutch's Yo Daddy if you want an invite to come play COD with me, because well, there's a couple reasons for that. Number one, like I'm super grateful for the position that I'm in right now in my life. And totally wouldn't have, I mean, I definitely worked to get here, but totally wouldn't have been possible if you guys didn't show up to support me. And number two, you guys are fucking tryhards when you come and play with me, and I fucking love it. I'm going to be honest with you, I barely have to hop on flags when I play with you guys because you are all over that shit. And it's amazing. And it's a lot of fun. And I'm going to be doing that more often. And, you know, without any real intention of making some sort of spectacle out of it, of making a video out of it, or whatever. And not because I feel like I owe it to you, but you know, the other reason too is because it's fun, and I like doing that. Hey, so I want to talk about something real quick before this video is halfway done. So I'm gonna try and jam through it. And there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, guys, and it's really exciting times that we're living in. I totally wish John Lennon was here to write a song about it, but he's not. Rest in peace. Speaking of awesome music, Radiohead's coming out with a new album on Saturday, and I'm giddy. I'm as giddy can be right now, but I digress. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. If you've been living under a rock, or you don't care, or you're just not paying attention, a little while ago, about a month ago, a man in Tunisia, which is a country on the northern tip of Africa, if you didn't already know that. I know a lot of you know that name from Call of Duty 2, but I assure you it's a real place. In a place called Tunisia, there was a fruit vendor who had his goods confiscated by the police because he didn't have the proper permit. And he was so frustrated at the unemployment situation in that country and what he perceived to be the president's inability or inaction with regards to doing anything about it, that he doused himself in gasoline and lit himself on fire in protest. It was the same action that Buddhist monks did in protest of the Vietnam War. Actually, a full-grown... like, I don't know why I said full grown. Actually, a middle-aged man did it outside Robert McNamara's office in the height of the anti-war movement in the 70s. Well, actually, I don't know if that was it was either late 60s or 70s when that actually happened, but that was when the anti-war movement was going on during Vietnam. So it was the same action. And what ended up happening is that now it sparked this like heavy anti-government, anti-establishment movement in that sector of the world. There's upheaval in Egypt, in Iran, and in Tunisia. You just saw what happened last week, what unfolded in Egypt, where the citizens of that country were able to band together and protest and oust a leader who they saw as, I don't know, tyrannical, unjust, not worthy of being their leader. And as much as I'm not like a flaming like left-wing nut or anything like that, but I'm certainly not a conservative. So I'm gonna preface that right now. No matter what any right-wing pundit will tell you, or whatever any mainstream media source will tell you, anytime a people rises up against a leader who they perceive to be oppressive and they succeed in their goal of ousting him, that's a good thing, and we should support that. We shouldn't be looking at this through an American lens. And I know it's really easy to, because you want to think, well, how does this affect me? Well, let's just focus on them and let them have their moment right now, because I think that's awesome. So that happened in Egypt, and then now in Tunisia there was this hip-hop artist who wrote a song called Dear Mr. President, Your People Are Dying. They've had a president that's ruled that country with an iron fist since 1987, and now you're seeing the same kind of struggle there to Tunisia and Iran. And Iran's particularly scary because Ahmadinejad doesn't fuck around. That fucking guy will kill you. And so the balls that these people have to stand up against that leader is particularly noteworthy. So the moral of the story is that, like, I can't let video games frustrate me like I have before. I can't let YouTube frustrate me like I have before. I just can't. Like, when I see that going on in the world, it's impossible to let that get to me. It's impossible. Like, I feel like I have like a moral duty to myself not to let this shit get under my skin like it has in the past. And my life's good. I really don't have any complaints. I would invite you guys to do the same, to really lighten up and not take all this too seriously. I know a lot of people's financial livelihood depends on it, so in that regard, yeah, take it seriously. But, God, man, there's just so many more important things in life that we should all be focusing on, or at least loosely paying attention to. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. I'm going to bed.